All right, so let's dive into AI,
Okay.
specifically ChatGPT.
Right.
It's been making waves, and,
Yeah.
for good reason. But
How's the buzz?
there's a new development that
That
just
means
dropped.
bigger.
OpenAI announced this thing called ChatGPT Search.
Yeah. October 31st.
Yeah, so
Big news.
it's not just like a little tweak.
Oh, no, no.
This is a game changer.
Yeah. Complete overhaul.
How ChatGPT uses information. So,
Exactly.
before this, it was kind of like stuck with what it already knew.
Right. Limited to its training data, which, could be a bit outdated.
Yeah, it's like that friend who's super smart but hasn't read a newspaper in like forever.
Haha. Yeah. Knows a lot, but missing the latest.
Exactly. So what's different now?
Well, now it's like that friend suddenly has the entire internet at their fingertips.
Whoa.
ChatGPT can actually search the web directly.
No way.
Yeah, pull information from any website, use it to answer your questions.
So it's a search engine and
Like a conversational AI all in one. Okay, that's kind of wild, but how does that actually change things for me?
right.
I mean, I already use Google. What's the
Yeah.
big deal?
So think about it this way. Instead of just getting a list of links, you're getting a synthesized answer.
Oh.
Like it pulls from the base sources all over the web, presents it in a conversational way. It's about moving beyond just finding information to actually understanding it.
Okay, I'm listening. So if I ask ChatGPT something, it'll just decide on its own if it needs to do a wipe search.
Exactly. And you'll be able to see those sources.
Oh, yeah?
Click on them, verify the information yourself.
Huh.
It's a game changer for transparency, combating misinformation.
Yeah. And no more wondering,
Right.
where'd this come from? Is this even real?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm curious about the tech behind this.
Yep.
How are they doing this web search thing?
So OpenAI, they developed this new model called GPT-4o,
GPT-4o. Okay.
specifically fine-tuned for search.
So they took GPT-4 and
It's like, yeah.
made it even better. Yeah, imagine taking GPT-4 and then training it even further on, like a massive data set
Right.
of search queries, web pages. The result is an AI that understands not just language, but how to navigate the web.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not just about like finding the right keywords anymore.
No, not at all.
It's about actually understanding like
The intent
the intent. Yeah.
behind the search.
Okay, so let's say I'm using this. Walk me through it.
Okay, sure.
Like, what's it actually like?
Well, it's surprisingly intuitive.
Okay.
You ask your question just like you normally would.
Mhm.
Let's say you're curious about, I don't know, renewable energy.
Okay.
You could ask, what are some recent breakthroughs in solar panel technology?
And then does it give me like a bunch of links?
Nope.
Like Google?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It processes your request, searches the web for the most relevant info,
Uh-huh.
synthesizes those findings into a concise response.
So it's like having a research assistant who's like
Yes.
super fast and can read everything on the internet.
Exactly. But
Okay.
here's where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
Alongside that summary, you'd also see source links
Oh. Oh, okay.
directly embedded in the response.
So I can like click and see.
Exactly. So you can dive deeper, go straight to the source.
So it's got the speed of Google with the
The depth
depth.
and the
Yeah.
accuracy of, like an actual researcher.
That's awesome.
It is making information more accessible,
Yeah.
empowering users.
Okay, so what else is new?
Well, there's more.
There's more.
It's not just text.
Oh, there's visuals.
Yeah, for certain types of information like weather reports, stock charts,
Oh, cool.
news summaries, ChatGPT will present the data visually.
So it's like easier to get the gist of things.
Yeah, sometimes a graph or chart is worth 1,000 words.
It's like they're trying to make it like as user-friendly as possible.
Exactly. It's about catering to how we naturally process information.
That makes sense.
Sometimes we need a quick visual. Sometimes we need a deep dive.
So how do we know, like, if all this info is coming from all over the place, how do we know it's reliable?
Right.
How do we know it's not biased?
That's where the source linking is so crucial.
Okay.
OpenAI is really emphasizing transparency.
Good.
You can always see where the info is coming from. And they're partnering with major publishers,
Okay. Like who?
The Atlantic, Vox Media,
Oh, wow. Big names.
ensuring they're accessing high-quality information.
So it's not like replacing those news sources.
Not at all.
It's like working with them.
Yeah, integrating, leveraging their expertise.
Okay, so it sounds like they've really put a lot of thought into
They have.
making this like a reliable and
Reliable,
I can't
user-friendly, but, any new technology, there's always potential downsides.
Sure.
So what are some of the concerns? Like, what are people saying?
Well, some are worried about the impact on the media landscape.
Okay. Yeah. If people get their news primarily from AI, will that hurt the journalism industry?
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
It is.
We need good journalism.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's not just about the features.
It's bigger than that.
It's about the impact
Exactly.
on society. Wow, this is
It is fascinating.
really fascinating. I'm excited about this update.
Yeah, me too.
It feels like a big
Leap forward.
leap forward. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But let's hear from some other folks.
Okay.
What are people saying? What are their reactions?
It's generating a lot of buzz.
Yeah, I bet.
Some prominent voices in media are weighing in.
Okay, let's hear it.
With both excitement and caution.
Interesting. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. One quote that really stood out to me was from Nicholas Thompson,
Okay.
CEO of The Atlantic.
Yeah, I know it.
He said, "We believe that generative AI has the potential to help people better understand the world
Okay.
and are excited to be working with OpenAI to explore how ChatGPT Search can highlight authoritative information and support high-quality journalism."
So they're not afraid of AI. They see it as a tool to actually make journalism better.
Right, and it's not just The Atlantic. Other media leaders are saying similar things.
Interesting.
They see this as a way to reach more people, make their content more accessible.
Yeah, that makes sense. But what about, like, the average person? How is this going to change how we find information every day?
Well, imagine a world where instead of spending hours searching, you just ask a question and get a clear, accurate answer.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Imagine planning a trip. You just ask ChatGPT a few questions.
Uh-huh.
Boom, recommendations for sites, restaurants, even flights and hotels, all tailored to you.
So no more, like, endless scrolling through travel websites.
Exactly. It's about making things simpler, more intuitive.
Yeah, because right now it's like you're jumping between tabs, trying to piece together information.
You get overwhelmed.
Yeah, totally.
ChatGPT Search wants to streamline that whole experience.
So it's not just speed, it's finding what's actually relevant to you.
Exactly. Understanding the context, not just matching keywords.
Okay, I'm getting it. So instead of Googling history of space exploration and getting a million results,
Right. Which is useless.
totally useless, I could ask ChatGPT, tell me about the key milestones in space exploration, starting with Sputnik.
And it would give you a timeline plus links to the best sources for each milestone.
So I can go deeper if I want.
Exactly. All within the same conversation.
It's like blurring the lines between searching, researching, and actually learning.
That's the exciting part. It's not just finding answers. It's about sparking curiosity,
I like that.
encouraging people to explore, making learning more engaging.
But with all this good stuff, we got to talk about the potential downsides.
Of course.
We talked about journalism, but what else?
One big concern is over-reliance on AI.
Okay, yeah, like what if people just stop thinking for themselves?
What happens if we get so used to AI giving us answers that we forget how to evaluate information on our own?
Right, like we can't just become passive consumers of
And
information.
it's like any tool, you have to use it responsibly.
So it's about finding the right balance.
Finding that balance between AI assistance and our own critical thinking skills.
I see. So it's not just about the tech itself.
It's about how we use it.
We need to be smart about it.
Education is crucial here.
Yeah, teaching people how to think critically.
Exactly. How to tell good information from bad.
How to use these tools effectively, but also responsibly.
It's like a whole new set of digital literacy skills.
That's a good way to put it. So we need to adapt, learn these new skills.
The information landscape is changing fast.
You mentioned earlier that OpenAI's got even more planned for ChatGPT Search.
They do.
What's coming next?
They're working on making the search experience even more personalized, more interactive.
Like even more than it is now.
Imagine having a back and forth with ChatGPT,
Okay.
asking follow-up questions, getting clarifications.
So it's like a conversation.
Yeah, really digging into a topic.
It's almost like having a tutor.
It is like a personal guide.
Wow, that's cool.
We're also looking at integrating ChatGPT Search with other tools and platforms.
Like what?
Imagine planning a trip and being able to book your flights, hotels, right there in ChatGPT.
No way. All in one place.
All within the same conversation.
So I wouldn't have to switch apps or anything.
It's like having a personal travel agent built in.
That's awesome.
They're also exploring using it for more complex tasks like research, data analysis.
Wow, so this is really going beyond just simple searches.
Yeah, it's about creating a whole new way of interacting with information.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is, and remember, it's still early days.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
We're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
It's exciting, but also a little scary.
It is. The potential impact on our lives is huge.
Absolutely. This ChatGPT Search update, it feels like a major turning point.
It does.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Me neither. It's a fascinating time to be alive.
Yeah, it really is.
We're seeing the birth of a new era of information.
It's up to us to make sure it's a good one.
Exactly. We need to stay informed, engage in these conversations.
Yeah, be thoughtful about how we use this technology.
Approach it with curiosity, but also with critical thinking.
Well said. This has been a really insightful conversation.
I've enjoyed it.
I'm glad. And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope this has given you a better understanding of ChatGPT Search.
Its potential, the challenges.
It's important to stay informed and think critically as this technology evolves.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening. Okay, so we're back. And, before the break, we were talking about
Yeah, the potential impacts.
the good, the bad, all that.
Both sides.
Yeah. But we got to remember,
Definitely.
with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Absolutely, especially with technology like this.
So let's dive into those challenges, like
Yeah, what are people worried about?
when it comes to ChatGPT Search specifically.
One thing that comes up a lot is education.
Oh, yeah.
Some educators are worried, if students can get any answer instantly,
Mm-hmm.
are they going to become too reliant on AI?
Yeah. Will they stop thinking for themselves?
Will they even learn those research skills?
It's like, remember back in the day, calculators,
Right.
everyone thought they would ruin math,
Make us forget how to do it.
but we adapted.
We did.
We figured out how to use them as tools.
Exactly, and that's the key here.
So AI is a tool, not a replacement.
A tool to augment our abilities, not replace them.
I like that. So how do we apply that to education?
We got to teach students how to use these tools, right?
Ethically.
Effectively. Not just get the answers, but understand the process.
It's not about banning AI from schools.
No, it's about figuring out how to make it a learning partner.
Interesting. So what else are people concerned about?
Another big one is bias.
Bias in the AI.
These AI models are trained on tons of data.
Right.
And if that data has biases, those biases can show up in the AI's answers.
So it's like garbage in, garbage out.
Kind of, yeah.
So if the data's biased, ChatGPT Search could give biased answers.
That's the worry, and it's something AI developers are working hard to address.
Good, because that's important.
OpenAI, others, they're developing techniques to try and mitigate bias.
I'm glad to hear that.
But it's an ongoing challenge,
Yeah, it's not a one-time fix.
Transparency is key. Users need to understand how these models work.
And what their limitations are.
Right, so we can make informed decisions about how to use them.
So it's a two-way street. Developers build ethical systems. Users use them responsibly.
Exactly, and we all need to keep talking about these ethical implications.
Yeah, figure out how to shape this technology to benefit everyone.
Absolutely, it's a big responsibility.
Well, one thing's for sure, ChatGPT Search has the potential to be huge.
It does.
It's already sparking a lot of debate, a lot of excitement.
It's going to be interesting to see where it goes from here.
I agree. It feels like we're just at the beginning.
The beginning of a new era, really.
It's exciting.
It is, but we need to approach it thoughtfully.
Curiosity, critical thinking, all that.
And a commitment to using this power for good.
Well said. This has been a great conversation.
I've enjoyed it.
I have too. And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into ChatGPT Search.
We hope you learned something new.
Maybe even changed your perspective a bit.
And remember, stay curious, stay informed.
And keep thinking critically about this amazing new technology.
It's going to be a wild ride.
That's for sure. Thanks for listening, everyone.